Hi, everybody. It's 12 o'clock noon on Monday, and thank you for tuning in whenever you are to our weekly Cross for Life Flight participant show. We've got a lot of great things to cover with you today, and we're so grateful that you're crossing with us. The photo you see behind me is actually of a cross that I did this week with Quentin, my co-host, who you'll meet in a minute, as we summited Cadillac Mountain in Acadia in some heat and hot weather. It was a great reminder to stay hydrated and be safe out there on your adventures. So again, I'm Kate. I'm the executive director of the LifeFlight Foundation. We're kicking off week 3 here of our crossing, and we've got a lot of great updates for you. We're making great headway, and this is just a way to keep us all connected and encourage you to keep going, because we're halfway through the month and we're making great strides. To you, Quentin?
Yeah, Kate, thank you so much for asking me to be your co-host today. This is great. Happy afternoon. I'm Quentin Walls, and I'm on the board of LifeFlight and live in Camden with my wife, Jen, and the two of us love to go fly fishing and hiking all over the place. And yeah, did Cadillac this weekend with Kate and one of our Uber crossers, Claire Sassner, and it was awesome. So really glad to be here. Thanks. Shall I continue in on the accomplishments this week?
Yeah, let's get the rundown on where we are, Quentin. Give us some stats,
Awesome.
if you would.
Yeah, let me start with the first of all. Let me start with the goal. 1,800 miles is the goal for this year's Life Flight. Just to put that into perspective, that's like going from Calais to Key West, Florida on Route 1, just to give you an idea. Riding bicycles, paddling, running, walking, however you can do it, 1,800 miles. So this week, we are posting at 744 miles. That's almost triple last week, by the way. So obviously, people are out the door across the state doing this. It's awesome. The individual with the most miles, again, this week, Erin Sandler, 227 miles biking and walking. She was at 110 last week, so almost double. So it's going to be hard catching up with Erin. She keeps going at that pace. And then the team with the most miles, again, Team North Haven with 148, did a little math. They were almost double as well. So just really out there. And then look at all the other ways people are participating. They're swimming and paddling and running and walking. The crossing is open to us all, no matter what your ability. If you have little kids, get out there and join the cause. Kate, I love I heard it's some folks down in Kittery who are doing pogo sticks. Is that true?
That's
kidding.
What we hear.
Back to you.
Okay, well, thank you. Yes, so as you can see, this is a great multi-sport event. We designed it to be inclusive, and people are really responding. So use the tracker, tell us your miles, get in on that so that we can, continue to see those mileage numbers go up. And it's just really fun, as Quentin said, to hear about the stories, the creativity that people are bringing to this. So we're really excited. At the end of the day, though, let's get a reminder of why we're all here. And to do that, we have a video that we're going to share with you from Sue and Jim Cook. And they are not only participants in this year's cross, but they are former patients. So let's see what Sue and Jim have to say. And I think it's just a great reminder of why we're out doing what we're doing.
Hi. I'm Susan Cook, and I'm a participant in this year's Cross for Life Flight. I'm here with Jim Cook, a beneficiary of a LifeFlight services. In 2009, I got the phone call that Jim was having a serious medical issue and that I needed to be with him. When I arrived at Reddington Fairview Hospital, I learned that he was having a heart attack and the LifeFlight helicopter was on the way.
So I suffered a heart attack in January of 2009 when I was working in Skowhegan, and LifeFlight was able to take me from Skowhegan to Eastern Maine Medical in Bangor, which took about 20 minutes versus an ambulance ride that probably would have been more than an hour. And that time savings probably helped me have a good health outcome. And I so appreciate being able to resume activities like hiking and racing a bicycle and the other things that I always enjoyed doing. So thank you so much to LifeFlight for that.
I'm grateful to LifeFlight for providing critical services to Jim when he was in a medical crisis. I'm doing LifeFlight Cross this year because now at my home in Portland, I hear the LifeFlight helicopters flying overhead, and I know that someone is getting the care that they need. Thanks to my wonderful supporters, I'm approaching my fundraising goal of $1,500. For my cross challenge, I'm going to hike or walk 53 miles, which represents the distance that Jim rode in a LifeFlight helicopter from Skowhegan to Bangor. So far, I've covered 27 miles. Today, we are at the top of Hatchet Mountain in Hope. And if all goes well, by the end of this week, I'll be showing a video from the top of Mount Katahdin. So every mile we cross and every dollar we raise is helping to bring a third new helicopter to Maine. And you never know if you might need a LifeFlight ride someday. So whatever your cross looks like, go do it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your efforts and participation.
Wow, that's such an inspirational story, and you know, Kate, we're full of those at LifeFlight, and God forbid that have to be the reason that people give. You know, there's so many people involved in the crossing because they know someone or have heard that story, and so it's great to hear Sue and Jim talk about it. And I believe if you go on the website, you can actually contribute to Sue's efforts if you want. So that's terrific. And what it's doing, it's helping us raise money. That's so necessary. That third helicopter is right in our sights. This week, we are so excited to say that we are halfway to our goal, $226,000. By the way, that's a 60% increase over last week alone, which is just awesome. So yeah, I looked at a little math here, and the top three individuals, Aaron, Wade, and new to the list this week, John. Aaron was here last week and raised a lot more money than the week prior. Same with Wade. And John hitting the board with $5,500. So really excited about that. And then looking at Team 10, leading in the teams at $28,000. They had a 3x lead over the number 2 team last week. But look what's happened. Islesboro, Team Islesboro has come in now at $21,000, almost $22,000. They added $13,000 in 1 week. Amazing. And
I
St.
love
George,
that the team competition is heating up. And again, I know the individuals involved in these 3 teams, and they are taking it very seriously. So this is going to be really fun to see how this plays out in the next couple of weeks. So thank you, Team and Islesboro and St. George helicopters, mamas and papas. Go get it. Okay. So again, we really are starting to see an uptake both in individual and team fundraising, and that's great. But we also know that we sometimes need a little motivation, right? We're halfway through the month of August, which is our actual cross. So just as a reminder, you can continue to fundraise through the end of September. And our goal together is $450,000. So we're halfway there. So keep going. And Quentin, a little bit later, will talk about some fundraising tips. But in the meantime, we created a little contest just in recognition of and appreciation of your hard work and to really offer even more motivation. So if we can see those slides, Brian. Okay, so here's our fundraising contest. And just to be clear, these are in addition to the fundraising incentives that we put in place at the beginning, which were $750, where you get a very, very cool Cross for LifeFlight insulated water bottle. At $1,500, you get a gazetteer with a waterproof case. $3,000, you get a beautiful LL Bean backpack, thanks to LL Bean. And at $3,500, you become a member of the Peak Performers Club. So the contests that we're going to talk about here are in addition to that. To be clear, to qualify, each person and each participant must reach that specific level. So for those of you who are watching this and say, geez, I'm already at $825, you're already in, but you can keep going to try to get to that next level. So For each team member, each team member needs to reach that level to be included in the contest. And in terms of timing, the contest goes from whenever you started fundraising to Friday, August 20th at noon. So at the 20th at noon, we're going to pull the numbers and see where people are, and we will do some drawings based on that. Next slide, please. Okay, so what's the drawing for? What is this all about? So if you reach the fundraising minimum of $350, you'll get a chance to be selected as one of 5 winners, and you'll get either a $25 Sea Dog gift card, again, thanks to our wonderful partners at Sea Dog Brewing, or a road ID, which is a really slick and wonderful thing for anybody who spends time outdoors. It's a wonderful bracelet that you put on, and it has your in case of emergency contact info. Great idea for anybody who's outdoors. If you reach $750, you get the chance to either get a beautiful Maine-made custom cribbage board, varies by location, we can tailor it. It's really, truly a work of art. And who doesn't love to play a good game of cribbage in the winter or in the summer? Or a guided 2-hour sunset sea kayak tour. And then if you reach the $2,000 level, you'll get a Sea Dog. We all love our friends at Sea Dog. They do incredible work with recycled sails. They've been a great partner to us for a long time. Or a schooner OLAD sailing cruise for 2, and we, the LifeFlight team, are going to throw in a special picnic for you. So again, we've created these contests to keep you motivated, keep you going. We've got a few more cooked up for later on this month and into September. If you have any questions at all, you can reach out to us and we'll answer those. But we hope that the contests continue to motivate you and get you inspired to keep going and to push hard with both your crossing and your asking. Quentin.
Oh, Kate, those all sound fabulous. Good work. Yeah, so the tip, I talk to so many people about raising money for different causes, and they always go, oh, I'm terrible at asking people for money. Yeah, I guess if you sort of think about it that way, but think of the number of people who have come to you and asked you to contribute. And what was your reaction to that? Of course you want to help out. And so just remember, people really, really do want to help, and they just want to be asked and shown a way to doing it. So never have any fear about doing that. Just put together what you think is a solid list, and then make sure that everyone on that list absolutely gives to you, whether it's $1 or thousands of dollars. That's not the point. It's just to get everyone to have the chance to participate in it. So Kate, over to you for the contest.
All right, thank you, Quentin. I'm so grateful to all of you. We had a tremendous number of the quality and quantity of photos this week. We tried to make it a little easier. We heard from you that some of you were having a little bit of difficulty uploading onto our tracker. So we said, hey, no problem. You can send us your photos via email at photos@crossforlifelight.org, and that happens. So it's my great pleasure and honor now to introduce Joel Kuschke. He's a creative director at Maine Magazine, and he is going to take us through the winners of this week's contest, and the images are fantastic. Over to you, Joel.
Thank you so much, Kate, and good afternoon, everybody, and happy Monday. I hope you had a great weekend. It looks like a lot of you were out there working hard. As Kate said, we were just really thrilled with not only the number of submissions this week, but the quality. You definitely made it difficult for us because there were just so many good submissions. So keep it up, keep them coming. But yeah, kicking things off this week, for the best team shot runner-up, we have a shot from Miles Thiemann and Team Indian Lake. We just love this. We love that they're fresh out of the water there after probably working really hard. And we love that someone sent a black and white photo too. There weren't too many of those that came in. So really nice shot, Miles, and keep up the good work, team.
I have breaking news on this one, actually. Sorry to interrupt you, Joel.
Please.
We just got an update that this is actually the Dolphins and Rainbow Swim Club out of Miami.
Oh, okay.
Cross signals there a little bit. We want to give Michael Samway credit. So just a late breaking update. This is from Miami and the Dolphins and Rainbow Swim Club. Sorry about that, folks.
Oh, that's great. All right, so then in the same category, the winning shot this week, we had Nancy Curtis with the titanium paddlers. We love this shot too. We just love the victorious poses here with paddles held high above their heads, and just looks like they're having such a great time out there in such a beautiful place and working hard. So Nancy, who also was a winner last week, keep up the good work. And our next category, moving on, was best individual shot. So our runner-up, we have Jess Keenan here with a swimming shot. We just love, you know, any swimming shot. We love this pop of yellow color against this beautiful kind of classic Maine ocean. Just really nice overall, and just kind of a great action shot in the moment. So great work, Jess. And then the winner for this category, Samantha Winston here in what I believe is in Wyoming. It looks like Grand Teton National Park. So really nice job here, Samantha. It's really cool to see all these shots from outside of Maine. Just a great reminder that, you know, this is really a international event. You know, you can do this across wherever you are. So this is excellent. Love this shot, kind of the beautiful Western US background here. And Samantha, I believe, has been doing a lot of hiking. So great work. In our last category, iconic Maine shots. Our runner-up is Aaron Sandler with this kind of this iconic Southern Maine beach sort of shot with the, you know, it doesn't get much more Maine coast than rose hips and, you know, low tide. And I believe Erin is also the mileage leader. So this, her trusty bicycle here has seen a lot of miles. So keep up the great work, Erin. Beautiful shot. And our final shot, our winner in Iconic Maine is Miles Thiemann again with another shot. This is just beautiful. We loved everything about it. We've got sort of this, you know, again, it doesn't get too much more iconic than like this foggy mist on the water on a Maine day. And, you know, we have the silhouetted paddle border and these sort of pops of color and the beautiful blue of the boat. Just really tranquil and really nice. And, you know, anybody who spent a summer on the water in Maine will feel some nostalgia here looking at this. So great work, Miles. And everybody, again, it was so hard to pick some winners this week. So keep up the great work, keep putting those miles out and keep uploading those shots. Great work, everyone.
Thank you so much, Joel, and thank you to Maine Magazine. You've been such a fabulous partner. And don't forget, the winning photos at the end of the cross are actually going to get published in a real Maine Magazine print edition. So that's super exciting. So keep your photos coming. And again, just a reminder, you can submit photos. Those are the categories. And you can do that either via our tracker website and portal or through email at photos@crossforlifeflight.org. And we'll send some emails about that again. So keep them coming. And thank you. We appreciate your help, Joel. The other thing that we get to do now is announce the winner of our trivia contest. You might remember that we introduced a trivia contest last week. Last week's question was, how many transports did LifeFlight of Maine have in June 2021? We got some good answers. Thank you all for participating. The winning answer was 244. Well, the answer is actually 244. And the winner is Nancy Curtis, who guessed 282. So she was closest to the actual number. So 244 transports. It has been a very, very busy summer in Maine. And that's due to, in large part, to all the people getting out and about. So again, stay hydrated, stay safe, watch the weather, tell someone your plans so that ideally you have a wonderful mission without, you have a wonderful crossing without the need for LifeFlight. So this week's question is, how many Maine communities had LifeFlight transports in the last 12 months? How many Maine communities had a LifeFlight transport in the last 12 months? And again, you can submit your answer by commenting on this post, or you can email your answer to eventmanager@crossforlifeflight.org. Either way, and we will be announcing the winner next week, the one who gets either the exact correct answer or closest to us at our next weekly update next Monday on the 23rd. To you, Quentin?
Yeah. And I think the answer to that trivia question is too many, Kate. Well, yeah, you're right. Let's be safe out there. Yeah, my great pleasure to be able to introduce LifeFlight Foundation sponsor, Linda Verl, who is also a board member at LifeFlight, but more importantly, the CEO and president of Broadreach. And so over to you, Kate.
Hi, Linda. Thank you so much for joining us today and for your fabulous partnership. And for anybody who doesn't know, Broadreach is an extraordinarily wonderful partner and asset for anybody in Maine and beyond that needs some PR help. Linda, tell us a little bit about why were you interested in LifeFlight, and why do you and Broadreach support LifeFlight and the Cross?
Well, Kate, first I want to say thank you for having me, and Quentin, I appreciate the introduction on this fabulous afternoon. It was such a pleasure to see all the photos and hear about all the fundraising activities. So as a board member, we couldn't be more excited about the progress that everyone is making. So to answer your question for Broadreach, why are we participating with LifeFlight and why have we joined this great event is, as a group of folks and families who really push the limits of Maine. We ski, we golf, we hike, we boat. We have hunters in our ranks. And so, we really spend a lot of time enjoying all Maine has to offer. So for us, it just makes us feel great knowing that, if anything were to ever happen, that we have access to that transport. And it's such an iconic Maine, Maine logo, Maine company. And, we couldn't be more proud to be part of it. So appreciate the question. And as far as our cross and what we're doing, so our team right now is 4 members. One of our members has actually already completed theirs. So we need to update our tracker on that. But he's climbed Katahdin. So did that last weekend, and we're so proud of Brian. He's took that on and said he was going to do it and did it. My cross right now is I'm going to be paddling from Little John over and around Shabig,
Wow.
and then back around. And then we're still working on a couple of our members and what they think they might want to do. So I might be reaching out to a few of you at the foundation to get some ideas and some suggestions as newbies this year. So thank you.
Linda, I'm not leading any of the teams, but participating in other people. So if there's anything I can do with Broadreach, I'd love to join in there.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Quentin. Really appreciate it.
And that's what this is all about, folks, right? It's getting out, it's having fun, it's spending time outside with each other, with family and friends, with some people that or meeting some new people along the way. We did that this past weekend in Acadia, and that's really how we designed this event, to make it inclusive and make it accessible. And I love the fact that we have people who are doing ambitious things like climbing Katahdin. Linda, what you're doing sounds very, very ambitious. And we encourage you to keep getting out there, folks. And again, it's not too late. We are keeping registration open through the end of the month. So if you're watching this and you think, boy, I'd really like to get a team at my company or family or do something, bring some people. And even if they don't want to necessarily join your team officially this year, bring them along with you, because it's always good to get outside and enjoy Maine for sure. So thank you, Linda, for everything that you and the Broadreach team do. We're so incredibly grateful for your partnership, and we look forward to hearing more about your crossing and your success in the weeks and months to come.
Great. Well, thank you, Kate, for having me, and best of luck with the rest of the cross.
Thank you.
So Kate, in closing, it is so important to get involved, get out there, get part of the crossing. If you can't give time, please give your treasure to this important cause. I'm blown away by the answer to last week's quiz. 244 flights in the month of June. I've been playing with the math here. That's one flight every 3 hours. amazing. So look, this week we saw the funds grow 60%. Imagine if we could do that again this week. We would be at $355,000 next week.
Well, I like the sounds of that, Quentin. Let's go.
Absolutely.
One
And
other
then we can
fun
just
slide
crush
for
it.
you folks before we sign off is that due to popular demand, we opened up our pop-up store. So we have some great Cross for LifeFlight merchandise. I know that I was hiking over the weekend and I had some things on and a lot of people stopped to ask. So this is a great way to it's a great conversation starter. So we brought the Cross for LifeFlight pop-up store back by popular demand. It's open now through August 31st. It's accessible through our Facebook link. And I believe it's also, we can get you a link if you just go to the Cross for LifeFlight website. And you can get your custom gear. And so it's only open from now through the 31st. Orders will ship by the middle of September. You see the link there at the bottom, Cross for LifeFlight 21. Again, we'll send an email out to participants, but we wanted to make you aware of this because the swag is good. It's good quality. It's a great brand. It's comfortable. And it's a great way, again, it's a good conversation starter when you're out on the lake or out on the bike or out on the trail paddling to get people talking. So I wanted to make you aware of that. And also just a reminder, stay connected. Submit your photos, use the tracker, answer the trivia, share this, spread the word. And if you have any questions or suggestions or ideas along the way, let us know. We'd love to hear them. I think things like the trivia contest and opening the store back up and the idea about submitting photos all came from you, telling us what you needed and how we could make it easier for you. And so we want to hear those. So keep those good ideas coming. Again, for any of you who are watching and say, that's all great, but I really don't have time to bike or hike, that's okay. You can still play a very important role in helping bring this third upgraded helicopter to Maine by making a donation. You can visit crossforlifelight.org. And as Quentin said earlier, whether it's a gift of $1 or $1,000, every mile we cross, every dollar we raise gets us closer, and we are so grateful. We are all in this. This is LifeFlight of Maine. This is Mainers helping other Mainers. So whatever you do, thank you. And we are so grateful. Great progress this week. Kudos to you all. Stay safe, stay well, stay connected. Go LifeFlight.
Thanks, Kate.